Hi, I'm Jen, an intuitive energy coach, and this free mini series is for you. This is going to be about self-love, self-image, unconditional love, and this will be a 3-part mini series. So the first video today, we're going to be talking about self-image, and a lot of people get confused about what is the difference between all of them, especially self-love and unconditional love. So I'm going to explain in each video what it is. So self-image is how you see yourself and also how you assume others see you, right? So often our self-image is built on other people's projections, okay? Other people's beliefs, other people's wounds that they put on us. And I can tell you, self-image is something I have been working on so much the past year, especially, if not longer than that. So I never thought I had a self-image problem. I always thought, oh, I'm good. My self-image is good. I feel good. I look good. And it was all external things, right? If my external was good, then I felt good about myself and my self-image. If I looked good that day, then I felt good about my self-image. But if I had a bad day, maybe where I was feeling like bloated or just, someone made like a comment, then I was in the dumpster, right? I was in the dumpster. So the whole point of self-image is you want to get to the point where you love yourself, you love the image you are with where you're at now, and you accept it. And it's not external factors, right? Another self-image thing for me too was if I had a good day in business, I was great, I was amazing, I could walk and feel so confident, and then I would have a bad day and my self-image was in the dumpster, like I'm horrible. Like, do you see the ups and downs that this can create with self-image? Another one recently is self-image. Here's the one for women. You lose 5 pounds and then your self-image is like, yes, I look hot, I'm sexy. And then you gain 5 pounds and you're like, I look horrible. People are gonna think I'm fat. So that means your self-image is up and down roller coaster. It's all over the place. It's not actually loving who you are at the core. So I'll give you another example because I'm all about examples so you can see. After my 4th kid, which I've talked about this before, after my 4th kid, I had weight that just would not leave. No matter what I did, it just would not go. And let's just say my self-image was in the trash. I was like taken out in the trash. Like, I did not want to be in pictures. I did not feel confident. It lowered my self-esteem. Like, it was rocking my world that this weight wouldn't leave. And so I had to really dive deep into that, right? Like, I am more than what I look like. I am more than what other people perceive or assume, what I'm assuming other people are putting on me. I had this thing like, okay, everyone's looking at me and now they're going to be like, oh my God, she gained so much weight. What happened? Like, she just didn't lose the weight after the last baby. What's going on? And like all these thoughts are just like spinning and spinning in my head. And this can happen for you guys. I'm sure we've all been there, right? I was riding this emotional high and low roller coaster. And so to come back from that, self-image healing, to come back from having those external factors dictate who you are and what you are doing in that moment and how you feel, we need to start loving who we are now. We need to start falling in love with what we have to offer as a human being, as a person on the inside, okay? Our self-image is not how we look and perceive. It's who we are. Who am I? Who are you, right? So this is where we have to start to dive deep. Who are you without the way that you look, okay? You are funny. You're confident, even if it doesn't matter the way you look. You're smart. You solve problems. You put things together. You can be neutral in this way when we start to look at the inside of who we are instead of getting the outside factors about our self-image. That will change everything. And then what will happen is one day we're going to talk about our creator fields. I think that's going to be my next video. So we'll have this creator feels, right? And if we start to really love who we are, it's going to be put out into our creator field, and that's going to allow other people to love who we are, right? Instead of like making comments about your weight or how you look today, they're going to be like, oh, it won't even, you could be like 500 pounds. And if you have this amazing self-image thing, people would just think you're beautiful or just think you're so amazing if you feel good about yourself, right? Not about how you look and your external factors. But let me dive deep into this. Just because we can love where we're at now doesn't mean we're not striving to get better, okay? That is huge. And that where a lot of things happen, it's like people go, okay, fine, I'll love where I'm at now. I'll love where I'm at now. And they're not changing to get better, right? That's the whole point of this too. It's like you were here for a purpose. You were here for a mission. We ultimately have our perfect soul aligned bodies. We have those. And why not live up to your potentials? Why not live up to that? So you can love where you're at now physically, right? So self-image is huge physically. We can love where we're at now, but we can also strive to be better, right? Because that's what this is all about. We want to live up to our potentials, and this is going to do huge things for you in your life. So ask yourself this. Source guided me to ask you guys. Oh wait, let me tell you a first story first. Okay. I've been really working on my self-image. I've been feeling so great. And then we have these things called our true selves. And I just got this hit to like cut my hair. So my hair was like super long, and I was like, got this hit to cut my hair. So I'm like, okay, like I look at my husband, I'm like, I'm gonna go cut my hair. So I go to the bathroom, I literally chop it. It's like to here. I should have worn it down, but it was like to here. And it was fine. And then the next day I started to like panic. And I hated it. I thought I looked so ugly, and it was just like horrible. And so I thought, shoot, this was a test. I was hiding behind my hair. Now that I cut it, it's like, here I am, I'm exposed. How much do you actually really love who you are? And that was a big wake up call for me. Like, I thought I was doing so well in my self-image, which I totally was, but this allowed me to go to the next level. Okay. So ask yourself, I wrote this down from source for you guys, whose voice is shaping how you see yourself? Is it yours or is it someone else's? Is someone else telling you, you should work out, you should eat this way, you should lose weight, you should do this? Because a lot of times that's, first of all, it's your inside voice. We'll get into that later. But it's also projections and wounds about how they feel, and they're putting it on you. And then you're taking it on like as your own. And then it gets trapped in your body, trapped in all these things. So just something to really pay attention to is whose voice actually is it? Okay. So that's all I'm going to say about self-image. I'm going to wrap it up there. So start just to think about that. And a lot of times these things are in the subconscious mind deep, and this is the work I get to do, right? A lot of my self-image stuff was actually related to finances, which is crazy. And it was about my worth of bringing money into my family. I put so much of my worth in that, my self-worth. And so self-worth is also in this category of self-image. It's in the same thing. What are you putting your worth into and being so hard on yourself because you're not achieving this goal? So that's something to think about. So I use intuition and neuroscience and universal laws, and I go into your subconscious and I find where you're being blocked here, what area you're having low self-worth in, low self-image. What is it that can get you past this? And then we're going to start to help rewire the brain, give you physical and energetic tools to put in and get you on your path and get you to feeling so good about yourself that it doesn't matter if you gain 5 pounds, if you don't. Any external factors that are happening around you will not affect how you feel about yourself. So that is the goal. If you need help with this and want to dive deeper, please feel free to email me. I will attach my email below, but it's info@jenmckillip.com, and we can chat more. So I'm always here for you guys. Thanks for part 1 of this series. The next video will be about self-love. So stay tuned and catch that.